Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I am back trying to finish off my Christmas journal, and I just wanted to pop along to show you how to make this little pouch. Now it's an origami box really, which I have made into a pouch. Now I've seen people make these with sort of like the bottom of, you get the little like sandwich bags which are already folded, which you can use as well to do these, but this one I don't have any of those, so I made one out of some paper, and it's really simple to do. So it's an origami box which you can flatten down, push in the sides, and it just makes a little pouch, and they are really lovely. I've just got this one in here. I've got a little journaling paper in there, but what I've also done, I've just glued it around 3 sides, so you've got like a little pocket in the top as well, so that's really good. So it's you can put quite a lot in there, and there's quite a lot of room on there as well to journal, so it's a nice little bit of hidden journaling in there. I've just decorated this with some of my papers in there, the old-fashioned Christmas papers on here, the ones that I'm doing the actual journal with. So I've made a couple more. I've made one more Christmassy one, and then I've made a couple to go into my Folks of the Forest journal as well, when I will be starting that. So this is the other Christmas one. Now it depends on what size paper that you're going to use, but you'll see that when I start making them, when I show you. So this one's a little bit different. I've just got 2 sort of like brads, and they open up like that. So this is sort of like a longer one, and I've just popped some embellishments on either side, so just stuck down one side, so it sort of like lifts up like that. So when you close it down, it just sort of like looks like a nice journal card on there, doesn't it? So, and then you can put in, look at that nice big piece of paper to journal on in there, and that just goes down, and then you just close that up. So again, you could probably have these as like little floating pockets if you wanted to, or again, I will just stick that onto my page. You could stick it this way round and have another little tuck spot in there. So it all depends. So that's another one to go in the Christmas journal. And then I've made another 2 here. These are to go in to the Folks of the Forest. Now I've done this one with the butterflies, because the last video I did was the belly bands, and I thought that just matches in really well. So I did one with butterflies on it, which is lovely. Just a little bit of ribbon, the same thing, they just open out, and you can put whatever you like inside, and they just fold back down in again, which is lovely. So again, you can make them whatever size, as long as you sort of like fold them how I'm going to show you how to fold them. You've probably seen these before anyway, but I thought I would just recap and show you. And this one is just really pretty, isn't it? This has just got a little bit of lace and a little bit of paper there, and I've got a little bunch of embellishments in here. So again, this would make a nice little Happy Mail one, wouldn't it? And you could pop all sorts of little embellishments, or you could have them on your desk, so you can keep it as a little box if you wanted to, and then just open them up, pop them down, and they will just fold up really thin. So it's another way you could sort of like store them if you don't have a huge amount of embellishments, and you don't have a lot of room. You could just make these up, couldn't you? Pop a few embellishments in there to store them, and then tie that up. If I can tie it in a bow. No, I can't. Let's give it another go. There we go. And then I will show you how simple it is. Now, so go and get a piece of paper, just a piece of tea stain. I'm using tea stain paper, but it's the same size as copy paper. So get yourself some copy paper and practice. All right, so just take a piece. I've got a few pieces here. Now what you want to do is fold it in 3. Now I've already folded it in 3, so it doesn't take me hours to make sure it's folded correctly. So just the easiest way to do it, that I do it, is fold it this way, like that, and level it up like that. That's the easiest way that I found to do it. So you want it in 3, and then you want them coming in like that. Okay, so you take one side and you want to fold that one in the middle, and you want to fold this to the outside. Okay, like that. Now you want to be quite straight, because with sort of paper folding and origami, you want to make sure your folds are pretty neat. Then you fold that one in and that one out like that to the side. I will do this again so you can have another go as well. Just like that. So these two pieces meet up, so you want them to meet up nicely, because that's the bit that opens up. Okay, so that's that bit, and then you want to fold one of the sides over this way and bend this corner into that line that you folded there. So bend that one in nice and level, and this side as well, just like you're making a little paper aeroplane. So you do that in both ends. So bring that one up, take this one and bring that there like that. Okay, and that just folds over like that, and then you do the same. So this is the other one, so you want to push that one over, fold the ends up like that, just into like a little V like that, and then the other side. Let's do this one first, and then this one in. Okay, and then that folds out. Okay, so this is your middle bit, so that makes like a little boat. Okay, so that's the sort of like shape you've got. And then what you want to do is take a ruler and go from these little points here, from the fold, okay, and just fold that up, just so that's nice and straight. Turn it around this way, just go from this point to this point. Doesn't look very level there, so you must make sure that they are quite, you know, level. And then what we want to do is open this up, and you should get your little fold line. So you want to fold this in, make sure these pieces are nice and folded. So that's your corners. Okay, make sure they're all nice and folded nicely. Push that bit in. So then you have made yourself a little box like that. Look, so that's a good way. You can have a little box to put your little knicky knackies in. There we go. So that's your little box. And then what you want to do is the bits, the ends where you folded in, you want to push those in like that, and then that will just go down flat. And there you go. You've got your little pouch, and it just opens up like that. So that's really super simple to make. But you must make sure the corners here are folded nicely, else it won't go flat. You've got it all wrinkly up. So there we go. So that's it. So shall I make another one? Shall I show you again? Let me just take another piece of tea stain paper. Again, use whatever paper you like, but don't have it too thick because it won't fold up properly. So again, fold it in 3. And then you want to make sure I'm in view properly. Yeah. Fold this one in, one side in, and then you want to fold that to the outside. Like that. So fold that to the outside. And then bring this one in, and then fold that one to the outside. Let's make sure we are nice and level. Like that. So then that's your middle bit. Okay, and then we will open this one over, and then we want to fold in each end to make that little V. One there and one there. Turn it round and do the same at this end. just so it's along that line there where you folded into the middle, and that goes in there like that, and then this will just fold back on itself, and then this piece that you folded in, fold that over that way, and then bring this piece up, this piece up, so it's all nice and level, as level as you can get it. And then we'll do this end like that. If you've got a bone folder, oh, that's not very straight. Oh, did I just bend that in? Oh, that's okay. That was just bent the wrong way. So there we go. You can get your bone folder and really make sure that they're scored lovely, or folded lovely, and then just fold that over, and then again we've got our little sort of boat shape like that. And what we want to do is get something flat like your ruler and just lift that up and make a nice crease in there. Pop that in there, do a nice crease in there like that. And then again we want to open this up and then push this down like that, and then just make sure your corners here are folded in nice and flat like that. And this really does help to lie flat when you're closing it up like that, and this one and there like that. Perfect. So there we go, that's all flat, and then you just want to push the sides in, and then these come down like that, and then it just lies flat. So there we go, and then you've got your other little pouch like that. So there we go, 2 of them, easy peasy. So the other paper that I did it with was this paper, which is quite thin, probably I would say about 120 GSM paper, which is a really nice one, and that's what I made these out of. I got a nice pack of different papers in different colours. So shall we decorate these? Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly just give it a little bit of ink around the edges, just like this. Now I'm not doing anything on the back because you don't see the back unless you're going to have it as like a floating pocket. Then you can do something on the back. It does have a little pouch here, so you can always stick something in this bit as well, if you wanted to. So I'm just going to give it a quick little ink around these bits, just like that, not too much. I did use gesso and everything on this one. I've used gesso on this one and inked it a little bit more. That gives you that sort of like nice distressed look on there. So I'm just going to do that for now, because I have some pretty bits and pieces here, which I'm going to make a pretty one. Now I've got my rose trim out. Now I haven't used rose trim for ages and ages, and I just thought it would go really nicely with the journal that I will be doing next. Now I've also got some lace. I've got this one, and then I've got this piece of paper from my fabulous florals kit, which I'm just going to put a little piece on either side, I think, like that. So where's my gosh, it's right in front of me. There we go. Got all my bits and pieces on it. So let's see, what size do we want this? So probably let's just eyeball it. Shall we just eyeball it? I'm going to say about there, which is 1 3/4 inches. Could probably do a little tiny bit bigger than that, but just going to do that for now. think that will be about the size. There we go. Perfect. So that will just sit in there nicely. Do I need to ink it? Let's just ink it. Let's ink it a little bit, just to get rid of those little white edges on there. Like that. So again, like we did the paper clips a couple of videos ago, you can just make these up like this, just plain ones. Keep them in your stash, and then when you need them, you can decorate them to however you're sort of like making a journal, to whatever sort of like theme you're doing. So I'm just going to get some of my glue. I need to get some more glue in here. So these little bottles. I have had some more questions on where I get these. Now I get these from Amazon. I do have them in my Amazon storefront, which there is a link under the video, and inside I've just got some tacky glue in there. So it's just some tacky glue, or you can just use PVA glue in there. Just water it down just a little bit so it's not so thick to come out. And if I remember, I do have a video on how I fill them up, so I will link that down below as well, because it is so much easier to use than a great big bottle all the time. It's kinder to your hands. Just which way around? Does it go that way? There we go. So that's pretty, isn't it? Like that. Now I've got some of this, which is some seam binding that I found, which I must have coloured ages and ages ago. Now I want to put this on before I put any lace on, so it's underneath, so I can glue it underneath, so then we can just tie it from there. So if I just tie a bow, then we can see how much we need. Put that to the side. Just tie a general bow like that. Gosh, I'm not very good at bows today. That will do. Let's just chop that bit off. Like that, tidy that up. So I'm going to pop that on there. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some sticky tape and tape that down on the back, because if I use this as a pocket, it won't get stuck. So when you push something inside, it's not going to get stuck, and just a bit of sticky tape over that like that just holds it in place. You're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to take that off because we don't need that yet. I also have this, which is quite nice, but I think that's just going to cover that up completely, isn't it? But then again, I quite like it, and I thought we could have a little bit of that on there, and then we just, now what am I doing? I need to put this over, don't I? Because I want to cover that up. I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac because I'm going to forget otherwise. Let me just put that like that. Stick that down. And this side. A little bit there. Pop that on like that. And then we can tie this in a bow. And that's going to be our closure. Like that. Perfect. So I need to do either side, so let's just pop that to the side. What shall we have down the middle? Shall we have, I do like this because I like that colour, but I also like the white as well. The white looks pretty, doesn't it? With a little bit of rose trim down there like that. That looks lovely, doesn't it? So let's just cut. I'm not sure which way, whether it's got a back or a front. This side feels a little bit rougher, so that's probably the front. So let's just chop that off. Do you think that's the right length? Just going to have it the length of the paper. I'm not going to go to the top of that. I'm just going to go to the length of the paper. There we go. Let's have another one for the other side. Measure that. Chop that. Perfect. Right, let's have a little bit of Fabri-Tac down through here, just to hold that on. Make sure we are in the middle. There we go, and then down this side. So these are so lovely, and they are so versatile, aren't they? So you can make them and just have them in your stash, and then just use them and decorate them however you like. So there we go. Oh, I do like that. That's really pretty. And then we will pop a little bit of our lovely rose trim, which I haven't used for ages and ages. It's my little scissors. I love these little Fiskars scissors. They are fabulous. I think that's probably one of the things that I use quite a lot that I bought last year. So it's a great, if you're looking for a little pair of scissors, they are really, really good. They are just the Fiskars. It's called Fiskars Easy Action. Now I think I've got these actually as well linked into my Amazon storefront, so you can go and take a little peek and see what they're like and see how much they are. So it gives you an idea. You might be able to get them cheaper in a shop somewhere. So let's just stick that one down like that, and then a little bit of glue down here. This one down. Oops, I don't want these little bits and pieces hanging off. Gosh, there we go. Pop that on there like that. How lovely. This might be a little bit too long, I think. But then again, it's quite nice hanging off. Might be quite nice. We shall see. I shall leave it. I'm not going to cut it off yet. But there we go, guys. How simple was that? That's really, really easy. Then you just open this up like that, and then this just opens out, and then you've got lots and lots of room in there to pop things, which is lovely. And then you just push it down. So simple to make. I hope you made one with me. Because they are really, really simple to do. I will show you quickly if you like, if we've got time. That wasn't a very long video, was it? Okay, just like that. Let me just quickly show you again. Now I have another piece here. So again, fold it in 3 and then push 1 into the middle, and then this comes to the outside. Okay, and then you just fold that down. This side comes in, fold it to the outside. Whoops, make sure you are really, really level, just so you get a really nice finish. So this is the nice bit in there. And then what we do, we open this out, this one folds over, and then we push this one in to that fold line, to the middle. This one goes in to that middle bit, turn it round, and we will do this side like that, and then this one goes in, so you've got 2 little points, and then you just fold that back across onto itself, and then this one, which just comes out like that, you just fold this piece over to that side, and then we are going to fold this piece up into that middle line like that, this one into that middle line, turn that round, this one goes in there, this comes up into a point, and then we just fold this back, oops, on itself like that, so you've got a nice, folding that one very well, there we go, that goes in there like that, and then this just opens up like that. Okay, so then we get our ruler like this, and we pop that to corner, push that up, and then we do the same on this side like that, push that up, nice line there, and we will open this up. Now I'm going to just push that down there, get these, this is the important bit, really do make sure you get in there, got glue all over my fingers, and get these nice and flat, or nice and pinched should I say. Again on this one, pinch that in like that, and pinch this one in, oops, like that. So then again, there's your box. You can make lots of these little boxes. If you're going to make boxes like this, I'll probably use a little bit thicker paper, or a little, maybe might be able to get away with a bit of card, thin card, and then you've got some nice boxes to pop onto your desk that you can decorate however you like. So that's another one, but then you want to push these 2 in, and then push that down like that, and then you have your lovely little pouch, your little origami pouch, little origami pouch pocket, whatever you'd like to call it, but I think they are just lovely, and these are the ones that I have decorated, and I just think they are so pretty. You can do all sorts of things with them, and that's the one that was in my Christmas one, which I'm loving. But don't you think they are so pretty? So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.